Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. My name is Basheer Zaheer and we've got Donald. Donald, he's from Hong Kong and he's come in to buy this speed yellow Porsche 911. This is, as you can tell from my t-shirt, one of my favorite colors.
This is a great color,
And
speed yellow.
Thank you. What brought you to wanting the speed yellow?
Because I saw a yellow GT3 online on Instagram and I fell in love in it immediately.
Yeah.
And 997 is one of my young timer dream cars, so we want one.
Super. Now I'm so glad that you're here and I'm glad you've just gone in with your heart. So initially what I will do, this is a test drive video of the Porsche 911 997 and a bit of a conversation and engagement between us as a seller and Donald as a buyer. So I'll drive it a little bit for the first 5-10 minutes, just to kind of show Donald the sequence of looking after his Porsche 911, 997, especially the first generation, a couple of quirky little things. And then we'll stop.
That's some good tips.
Exactly, some good tips, and then we'll stop and you take over from driving.
Okay.
So let's get behind the wheel. So I'm just going to explain just the starting procedure on these. They're almost classics now. You've locked the car, you've unlocked it. And basically your first thing is, as soon as you get in, don't touch any of the clutch pedals, just turn the key, wait for the 6-second countdown, and then you can see the oil is just 1 bar from the top. Okay. So it's all good. I'll put the handbrake down.
Okay.
So initially, this is just my turn to drive it for about 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
And as soon as we got on, the PASM, that is switched on.
Ah, I see.
So
that's a sport suspension.
Yeah. So what I would always advise, Donald,
Yes.
is initially to never leave the sport suspension on.
Okay. When turning off the car.
When you turn off the vehicle.
Okay.
Just because, sorry, the van, just because they're hydraulic
Ah, I see.
struts, the electronic dampening, you don't want to leave that in the stiffened position.
I see.
To kind of put any unnecessary stress on the vehicle. So I'm trying to get these little things right with the air conditionings, etc. And the other thing I forgot to mention was, once you've started the vehicle, wait maybe about 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
To 30 to 40 seconds.
Start driving it.
Exactly. And now, for the first 10-15 minutes, have those revs comfortably between 2,000 to 3,000 RPM.
Okay.
Even if you go up to about 3,500 RPM,
Yes.
it's absolutely fine. Initially, just sort of cruise along, wait for the...
It's driving casually.
Exactly, just driving casually. Wait for the engine temperature to come up to 80. Wait for the oil temperature to come up to standards. Wait for the tire temperature, the discs, the pads.
Okay.
Because if you're going to be doing any sort of hard driving,
it will be dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Well, with something like this, classic, now I'm at about 3,500 RPM, coming to 4,000, and then, so on. This is probably a video that I've wanted to do for a very long time, because I sometimes get asked.
For a beginner.
Yep, because a lot of the times I have customers that come in wanting to test drive a vehicle.
Yes.
And sometimes they have no intention of driving a Porsche 911.
Yes, I see.
What they do is they get into it.
That's a new thing for me as well.
Yeah. So this is not like your BMW.
Yes.
So please.
Is it because it's a boxer engine, so it works a bit different?
You could say it's a boxer, but if you're driving an E46 manual,
yes,
yeah, from let's just say 2003, 2004,
some old car,
yeah, you will do the exact same thing on a classic car like that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just at an age where you have to take care of it.
Yes, we have to preserve it.
Yeah. And the engine temperature is coming up a little bit slightly now. I will switch on the sports exhaust.
Okay.
You can hear it now.
Oh, it make a big difference.
From what I've heard, the sports exhaust can add maybe 3 or 4 bhp.
Oh, okay. So
and
not
then-
only the sound.
Yeah, and then obviously the valves open up and you get this wonderful sound.
Nice.
I mean, I'm in 5th gear,
Yes.
doing about 50 miles an hour. That's really something you don't need to do. I shouldn't be doing it. Up to 4th gear is more than enough on these roads. And as you can see, the road surface right now is super damp. This is having a lot of water. So before you reach the curve,
Okay.
brake,
Okay.
hold the slightly outside line so you can see
Okay.
as far down
Okay.
as possible down the curve. You know, little things. And then one thing I'll definitely recommend you is the Porsche Silverstone Experience Day.
So I can join it.
Yeah, just for a day. Oh, the sound on this is. This is also a good excuse for me to drive the car. I will pull over in the next
Okay.
30 seconds. This is at 4,000 RPM. Now the engine temperature is 80.
Okay. The
So
working
you-
temperature.
Exactly. So this is the coolant, the engine temperature. You see, so this takes a while. What we will do is I will sort of go into this car park. Oh my God, this is a wonderful sound.
Okay.
So we'll go
First,
left.
Go
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I would like to drive the car a bit more with you.
Okay. Oh, the throttle response is much sharper than my old BMW,
Okay.
my M2.
Yeah. Before we freeze ourselves, you can put the window up if you want.
Oh,
Donald,
okay.
Yeah. Super. So
Yes.
you know, it's always good to get a feel for the gears. But what I would recommend you, Donald, is
Stay in.
the gear ratio is very long in the Porsches.
Okay.
You don't need to kind of even when you're doing
I
30
see.
miles an hour or
Okay.
35, you went up to the 6th gear. You don't need to,
Okay.
because you're giving the engine
Yes.
a lot more torque than it's actually outputting.
Okay.
So that's also very harmful for the Boxer 6 engine.
I
This is
see.
where one could argue that you could potentially end up scoring your engine over a period of time.
So we better keep in a gear.
Yeah, I mean, keep it in a comfortable gear.
The steering feels a bit lighter than I thought. Is it because the
How does the steering feel?
it's really sharp, but it feels lighter. It feels really nice.
You get a lot of feedback.
Yeah, we get a lot of feedback on the road.
And also, does the steering feel nice and firm?
Yes, very firm.
Yeah.
Very firm.
And that is, of course, the hydraulic steering.
Yes.
They're very firm. You get a good amount of feedback. It makes the whole car very enjoyable and very driver focused, because you need to put a lot of effort into the
Yeah, more input.
exactly, more input. And so yeah, in situations like this, yeah, you can drop to
The
second
third.
or even third.
We got some speed camera, is it?
No,
it's
no
not
speed cameras. This is a for sale sign. I think somebody's selling a house. It looked like a speed camera.
Yeah, it's yellow.
This is one of the reasons I'm so far out of London,
Yes, I see.
because you
Because
have
of the speed camera.
speed cameras, you've got beautiful roads here.
Yeah, the roads are nice. But the sound of the car is incredible.
It's incredible, isn't
Yeah,
it? Thank you. And then we'll do a left.
Oh, okay.
Because the road
spinning
is very wet.
Yeah,
This
have
is
to be very careful.
super slippery. From a handling point of view, I know you've got a BMW
Yes.
M2 manual,
Yes, it's also manual.
but this is
It's a different car.
it's a different
Really
car.
different car.
It's a lot more balanced. But
Yes.
when the road is so wet, you will crush it. You have to be very careful. Take your time.
So is there any traction control on this one?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Just even there where you spun a little bit.
Yeah, it already doing the
Yes,
job.
It's already
Okay.
doing the job. So, what got you to Porsches?
I've owned a Honda before, and of course a BMW, but I found out that the BMW is less engaging to drive, and someone that like the Honda, it can give me a more direct and more engaging driving experience.
Okay.
So I've driven the S2000 before, I really like it. One of my mates told me that Porsche 911 is also a really good choice, and it's like another level. So, and I mean 911, I have never thought about it because of its price range, and also it's a more expensive car. Meanwhile, if I have this kind of chance to buy a 997 in a cheaper price point, then I think if I'm not doing it now, maybe I can't do it in the future when the price go up.
Yes, correct. I mean, you got this at a very good price.
Yes, it is.
I know from what I advertised it initially, I put the price up because I had so much interest.
So how do you compare it with the 996?
The 996 personally is a much harder analog drive in comparison to the 997. For me, the 997 just strikes the perfect balance between analog and something modern.
Yeah.
The first generation sits very comfortable.
I see.
But then if you're looking to buy the second generation 997, you think, oh God, why will I even consider or touch the first generation? You will not want the first generation. Because if you want something more comfortable, you will jump to the second generation.
The Gen 2.
Yeah, the Gen 2.
I think Gen 2 is a nicer looking car.
It
but
is
their price are quite expensive.
It is a slightly nicer looking car. I do have a Gen 2 with less mileage than this for 42
really?
for 42 and a half.
Oh, okay. That's a huge difference on the price, isn't it?
It's about £12,500 more, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But that's an automatic.
Oh, that's a PDK.
PDK, yeah.
I like the manual one.
Have you driven the PDK?
No, never. I heard they are very quick gearbox, one of the quickest gearbox in the world.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best, gearboxes that you can find in a sports car.
Yes,
for sure.
it is.
And they do a phenomenal job because they have them up to the GT3 RSs. Have that PDK gearbox.
Yes.
The feedback is incredible. It's such a beautiful, precise. Yeah. If you ever have a bit more time and you're coming this way again, let me know. We'll
okay,
go for a drive in a PDK. Just
do
so
some
you
test
can
drive.
just so you can compare.
I'm very happy with it so far.
I'm glad to hear. Are you happy with the service you got so far?
Yeah, very happy. The car is very clean, and I got all the job done on the garage a few days before I pick up the car. Wonderful service.
Thank you. Because you went to Stephen Doherty at the track group.
Stephen, yeah. He's this nice guy as well.
He's a very honest guy.
Yeah.
Did he let you drive?
No, he test drive it.
Okay. Okay. This is your first drive?
Yeah, that's my first drive.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
first experience.
Oh God, sorry to hear.
No. I'm very happy.
But I mean, Stephen said, because I didn't meet you, you know, we don't just want people
Yeah.
to drive around these cars.
Yeah, I understand.
Stephen said, look, if you want to be on the safe side, I will take him out for a drive. And I totally agreed with him. But yeah, I mean, tell us about your first drive. I mean, how has this been like?
I really like the throttle response. I really like it, and the car. I don't know. It feels faster than the BMW actually. Although the BMW got more horsepower, but it just feels faster.
Yeah.
And the brakes feels a bit hard.
Responsive.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Just
Yes.
follow my instructions for
Okay.
the next 1 minute.
Okay.
Stay in your first gear
Okay.
when you take off, and only change gears when I tell you to change
Okay.
gears.
Okay.
Yeah. Now go. Leave it in the first gear. Accelerate. Now hold in this gear.
Okay,
Now go.
okay.
Just no. Don't change gears. Just go. And now onto third. Now just leave it in that third gear. Both hands on the steering. Yeah. Now you have a very beautiful road here. Now you can go ahead. Just don't change gears.
Okay.
Keep going. Yeah, that's it. Now you can go back to your normal style of driving. Yeah. So there you got to just under 5,000 RPM.
Yes.
Yeah. And to think that the red line is just past 7,000 RPM.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't really see it.
So that's just, and this was still in that third gear. You could be doing 70 miles an hour in this.
Okay. It's quite different, is it?
Yeah, it's
the
very
gear is
different.
long.
Very long gears. Nothing like, just leave it in this gear, hold it in this gear, that's it. Just enjoy the car in this gear. Yeah, that's it, hold it in this gear. And you don't really need to work with
I don't
that
have
clutch
to be
pedal.
very busy.
Yeah, because your car can drop down to 15 miles an hour,
Mhm.
but you could still be in the second gear.
Okay.
But what you get in terms of sound from the exhaust is very, beautiful. It's music to the ears,
Yes,
with the pops and the bangs. And now you can go up to third. Yeah. Go one more time. Very good. I mean, this is where going to a Porsche Silverstone experience day, a Porsche experience day.
So
at
that's what
Silverstone.
they will do.
Yeah.
It's like giving instructions.
Yeah. They will completely transform
Mhm.
your point of view
Mhm.
on Porsches,
Mhm.
because they're the absolute expert
Yes.
at being able to kind of give you a bit of advice and
Okay.
spend a bit of time with you, drive some amazing, awesome cars, meet good, like-minded people. Do you have a few cars in Hong Kong as well?
I didn't drive sport car before, just some off-road cars. Yeah, it's quite different driving experience.
Because you have a massive car culture in Hong Kong, isn't it?
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of Porsches, new or old Porsches. We got a lot of them. Thank you so much for telling me this.
No, anytime. I mean, I'm glad I could share some of my experience with you.